Hi y'all, this is Larry at Deep South, Texas. It's been 2 weeks since my last garden update, so it's time to take another look. Come on along. I thought I was going out on a limb in my last video when I said the corn might be tasseling by the mid-April update, but they are. They've grown another couple feet, put on tassels. There's silks. You know, I think we're going to have sweet corn. Some of it that I replanted hasn't caught up with it yet, but they're growing. Zucchini, we've harvested about 5 zucchini off of this plant so far this year. It's doing good. There are actually 2 zucchini plants in here, and the other one hasn't, we haven't gotten anything off of that one. I'm not sure what the story is. The watermelon didn't make it. I don't know. Something, probably cutworm or something, cut them off at the base. I've replanted because I don't think it's too late yet, but we'll see how that goes. The Roma tomatoes are looking fantastic. Actually harvested one of those this week. We'll take a look at that video now. It's April 6th, 2018, and we're not quite ready for my every 2-week update, but I wanted to harvest some things today, so I'm going to take you along. There is my first red tomato coming off today. So here we go. Let's get this baby out of here. Oh, it's got a hole in it. That's not good. That's not good. That's probably why it turned red. Oh well. We're going to go on and harvest a couple heads of celery as well. So we're going to harvest a couple heads of celery. I'm going to pull one out of the ground, and then on another one I'm just going to cut it off and just as an experiment to see if it regrows. So that looks like a pretty nice bunch of celery. Maybe not quite as big as you get at the grocery store, but I think that's going to do fine. Now let's cut one off, see if I can handle that. There we go. So now we'll see if that celery will regrow in our hot Texas weather. There it is. Okay. We dug a couple hills of potatoes out of the center of this bed. Harvest wasn't great, you know, maybe a 5x return. Should be able to get 10 times, but 5 times is about what I normally get. We'll take a look at that video now. I dig up a few hills of potatoes here, hopefully get some red ones and some white ones. The ones in the middle of the bed came up first, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ahead of the ones on the edges. So we're going to dig some of those out of the middle and see what we get. There's a pea-sized one. Uh-oh. There's a nice one. I think that's the one we planted. Well, not a great harvest, but we have potatoes for dinner tomorrow night. So I dug up one of the garlics, and as I suspected, I don't think we're going to get much of a garlic harvest this year. It has all split into individual little garlics, not forming a good head. So we'll let the rest go and see what happens. But I think I still have to work on my garlic raising technique. The squash continues to grow well. We have about 4 fairly large squash on the plant right now. I had to go to the dollar store and get some nylon so I could tie this one up a little bit. It was dragging everything down. So looking good. There's still opportunity for a couple more squash to grow. Let's take a look at those Blue Lake pole beans. I think I said 2 weeks ago that we'd be picking beans by now, and we have. We have picked once earlier this week, and we're ready to come back out and pick again. Be having beans for supper tonight. Looking forward to that. Most of the onions have started bulbing up now. Not sure how much longer till we harvest. We did pick one last night, had it for supper. Hopefully we'll get some big ones. I'm sure they're not all going to be big ones though, but I think they're looking good. Most of the tomato plants now have green tomatoes on them. They're looking good. I'm not sure what this one is right here. These are some Amish paste tomatoes. And these are something different again. I'm not sure what they are. I think last week I called these Baltimore tomatoes. They're actually Baltimore tomatoes. It's my understanding that they're a market tomato that you would like get in the supermarket. I'm hoping that these have a better taste if we let them ripen on the vine. Anyway, they're a beautiful crop of tomatoes. The tomatoes look beautiful, so we'll see how they taste. There's some San Marzano tomatoes here. We found some blossom end rot on these, so I got some gypsum and threw it down. We'll see if that takes care of the problem. Same sort of issue I had with these Cherokee purples over here. So, I don't know, lost some pretty nice tomatoes. Let's hope that the mortgage lifter tomatoes are finally putting on some fruit. Very happy to see that. The Siberian red tomatoes are really loaded down with fruit. The fruit is not very large, and it won't get large, but there are about 5 clusters of tomatoes on this one plant, just like this. Very, very happy with these. I've never grown them before, so we'll have to find out how they ripen up and how they taste. The cucumbers have been doing well. They're growing. I've been able to find a couple small cucumbers on the vine, so happy with that. After about a week, all the caterpillars disappeared off the dill. I assume that they got big enough and went off and formed chrysalises someplace, but I couldn't find any, so I don't know if they were eaten by birds or what, but they're gone. They've stripped this dill plant down to almost nothing, but they couldn't do enough damage to the rest of the dill. I see my very first turmeric spear finally showed up. And we also have 1 spear of ginger, so hopefully this will be popping up in the next week or so. The shallots continue to look good. I did see a YouTube video this week though that indicated that shallots might require long days in order to form bulbs. If that's the case, we won't get much out of these. We did plant some cantaloupes. They're kind of small, but they are flowering. Hopefully we'll be able to harvest a cantaloupe or 2 out of here. The leeks continue to grow bigger. I don't know if we'll be able to harvest this year, but they look healthy. The jalapenos are putting on fruit. We did pick about 3 of these for supper the other night. They're still going strong. I have kind of a hard time growing peppers down here. I don't know why. You would think that they would grow great, but I don't know. But these are looking good. We have a few strawberries coming on. There have been a few almost every day, but not a great harvest. The moringa continues to get bigger every day. It's all growing well. Well, that's the garden as it is on April 14th, 2018. We'll do another update as soon as there's significant change, or at least in 2 weeks. See you then. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and if you have any questions, please comment. Thanks for watching.